Hey everyone, it's Cassie. Thanks for joining me today for another Simon Hurley Create video. Today we're going to be using this fun stamp set called Hockey Buddies. And I actually do enjoy watching hockey, but like any sport, I'd prefer to see it in person rather than on television. And I love this set because it has, a little mix and match. Simon Hurley Create does a great job of doing the little mix and match, which is fun. And you can even add little braids to this. I have a piece of acetate, and then I also have some stark white cardstock by Simon Hurley Create. And I did want to show you that not only was Max on my lap, but Miles decided to come in and sit on top of my project. When they want to be involved, they want to be involved. So I'm going to attempt to stamp, and it's not going to be successful. So I'm lining this up inside of my Mini Misty. Miles has lost interest, but now we're just going to stamp using some ink on 3 Blackout ink, which is great for alcohol marker coloring. And then I'll clean off my stamp, put that one away, and I'll grab the body that I want to use. So this is great because this set has not only I don't know the different positions. I do know there's obviously a goalie and he is dressed differently, or she, but then I just have a regular hockey player. So I'm stamping his body down. And then we're going to go ahead and get started with our coloring after I complete the line by his neck. I didn't stamp it perfectly, so I do bring in a Copic Multiliner. And you would want to bring in something like that because that would not bleed with your alcohol markers. The first color I used was E00, and then I'm going to come in with some E11 for this skin tone. I'm going to keep this fairly simple, and I'm actually not going to color the whole image because part of it will be covered up. We're going to work on making a scene. So for his shirt, his uniform top, we're using B24, and then I'll come in with some B16, and then I will blend that out again with the B24. And I'm going to leave his helmet white. I've seen them white and I've seen them black. I don't know if there's too many other colors, but I've seen them white and black. And then I'll just use some C8 for his gloves, the C1 just for some shadowing on his helmet, and then we're going to color his tongue with a red, and then we have that C8 again for his pants. For his stick, I bring in some E42, and I'm not going to color all the way down because, like I said, he's actually going to be halfway covered. Now this next thing I'm doing is I'm bringing in a C3 Copic, and I'm going to go halfway up and just color. I'm trying to build a scene in the background, and don't be too intimidated by the idea of trying to create a scene. Just creating the background, it's a background, and so there isn't going to be too much attention paid to it unless you use like super vibrant colors or something. I'm using very dull colors. My plan with this was actually to create like the crowd in the background. I don't know that I was that successful. In fact, I don't think I was, simply because I asked my husband, hey, what do you think? He's like, oh, cool background. I said, does it look like a crowd? And he's like, nope, sure doesn't. So my plan was to make it look like there were people back here, like this is the crowd in the distance, but I was, I guess, unsuccessful. Maybe what I should have done was added like some bleacher steps or something like that, maybe even put him in sections, but it is what it is. I brought in the W4 just for the little heads of my background crowd, making it so that it would just really blend into the background and not be, like I said, too in your face. This is just a background. I didn't even think about this too hard. I just put down some color. Like I said, I want this to be a little bit of a scene. My plan is to make our little hockey player look like he's, well, not really on the ice. He's actually going to be in the penalty box. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with hockey at all. It can be a very hands-on type of game where they, get a little bit aggressive with their sticks and sometimes hit each other and maybe bump each other a little bit hard, but it really gets the crowd going and can be a lot of fun in person. And believe it or not, where we lived in El Paso, they had the El Paso Rhinos. I know, shocker, it's in the Southwest, it's the desert, and they had hockey, and actually they were incredibly good. Now most of the people were from like Europe, I think, but yeah, they were they were really, really good. All right, so now I've got my little hockey player. I fussy cut him out, and I need to cut this panel down. This is going to be the surrounding area of the ice rink. So where the hockey players would be on the rink, this is the, I don't even know what you call that, like the backboard, the area to protect the crowd from the hockey puck that goes flying through the air. And I'm just going to cut down a few little strips. These will get used in the scene itself. Just a few. And then I'm going to grab out my colors and we're going to try to add some ice. So this is the B0000. And I actually ended up making it a little too dark, so I went over it 3 times. The ice wouldn't be that blue. So then I did bring in a C0 Copic to try and just subdue that a little bit. It does a pretty good job, but it does have some color then. And then for these strips, I'm going to color those all with a C4 Copic. These are going to look like they're parts of the partition or whatever you want to call it. So I have that acetate there, which isn't really even acetate at all. This is transparency film. It's by Apollo. I will have it linked down below, but I get it in bulk and I've had it. I mean, I use it forever on all sorts of things, but because it isn't acetate and it isn't like a heat resistant thing, you can't heat emboss on it. I just use it for shaker windows, and well, in this case I'm using it as some plexiglass. Then I'm going to bring in that C4 Copic again. We're going to draw a line just to add some subtle areas to try and build up our scene just a tiny bit. And this is where I'll bring in another piece just to add to the background. I'm not even 100% sure if this is exactly how it would look, but the point will, you'll get it as it starts to come together. And yeah, so I bring in this 1/8 inch score tape, which is what I used on the back of those pieces that I attached to the transparency film. And I'm just going to add this little piece here. So now our partition is ready to go. I need to stamp on it, so I'm stamping Hockey Birthday, which is really cute. And then I'm also going to try to stamp the puck with the candle. I am not successful. I wanted this to be, you know, pretty low key, and I didn't get it all the way stamped. So I tried to fill it in, and yeah, that didn't work. So I'm just going to stamp it. I'm not going to panic. I'll stamp it on another piece of the stark white cardstock, and then I'm going to color that up. We're going to fussy cut this out, and then we'll just add it right over the top of the stamped image that we messed up. So it happens to all of us. Don't panic if you do things like that. There's usually always a way to work with it. I just usually cover those things up. I mean, unless it is just like total trash, there's no way to redeem yourself. Yeah, you'll notice if you watch me at all that I tend to try to work with some of those mistakes. Mostly because time's already been invested, and I don't, like I said, unless it's just not salvageable, I do want to try and work with what I have. So we fussy cut that out, and then we're just going to use a little bit of liquid glue and glue that right over the top, and none will be the wiser except all of you that have just now seen it. But this card's going to my nephew, so he doesn't watch my channel. I don't even think he knows that I make videos. So he'll get this card and probably just be like, oh, cool. I do want to add some motion to this, so I'm bringing in that Copic Multiliner again, and I'll just add some little lines like it's, you know, whooshing through the air, like it's been hit by a stick and it's in midair. And then we're going to go ahead and glue this right down to the top of that transparency film paper. Now, I know, like I said, it looks like white paper, but that's tissue paper on the background. I'll remove that here in a second. See? And there, it's that clear transparency film. Now I need to get ready to attach this. So I have pulled out some thin foam strips. Those worked perfectly behind our little partition pieces. I'll trim those down a little bit more. And then we're actually going to attach our hockey player behind there. So I just need to add a little glue to his lower half. Don't want to add it to his upper half because that'll show. And then I'll glue him behind there. So here's his penalty box. He got in trouble for something. And then I filled in the rest of it with some foam tape, and I'll just peel off all of that release paper. So then we can attach that down to our crowd background. And once we've got that on there, it's going to be ready to be attached to a card base. And I'm actually quite happy with how that turned out. Our card base is some more of that stark white cardstock that I had cut down to 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches and scored at 4 1/4. So it is a side folding A2 size card. I'll use some liquid glue and just adhere our panel right down to our card base. I do decide to stamp in there. Usually you should do that first, but I'm just, you know, it is what it is. I'm inking up my hockey player with some Midnight Snack ink by Simon Hurley Create. And then once I get him stamped in there, that's going to finish off our card for today. So if you liked this video, I would love it if you hit the like button, and I would love it even more if you subscribed. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.